Welcome to part 4. So today we are going to actually put the video together, and in order to do that we're using the computer and we're using Clipchamp, which is a Microsoft product. It's free for the most part. You can pay for other stuff with it, but I use the free. There's a couple things I would like it to have, but I'm a cheapskate, so this is what we got. So we're going to create a new video from scratch. I don't template anything. I suppose I could put all my titles and stuff in places, but this doesn't really take very long. And the first thing you need to do is you need to import your stuff. So I need the title screen because I forgot to do that. Well, actually the box or the package. And I need a few photos, but I'm also going to need, and I don't know which one of these two I'm going to use for the soundtrack, so we're going to experiment. I need the actual video, and then I need some of the pictures at the end. I think I like a cute little overview. I think I can zoom that one in better than the other one. I think this one or this one, they're about the same. There's not much to pick between them. Maybe that one. And maybe, that's probably good. Okay. So first thing we got to do is we got to figure out which one of the soundtracks we're going to use, but we'll start by putting the video in. And the first thing we want to do is we want to clear out the audio on it. If there's audio, then you'll get click interference and stuff. It goes kind of weird. I've left it in a couple instances and it's been okay, but for the most part it's a mess. And then I don't know which audio track I want, so it's basically we're going to slow down the video quite a bit, probably down to point, like we'll probably third the speed, and then as you'll see, then we don't have that much space, so we got 43 seconds to 119, which is what, math is hard, 36 seconds. 2 pictures and title screens, okay, that could work. And then yeah, I'll just, oh yeah, this is the one I didn't record. This is the one I didn't do on recording the music. And it might be a little too poppy. But it's fun to watch. Let's see how things mesh up. It was a very fun set to build, for sure. All right. And then it would be off to photos at that time. So the other choice we have, yeah, you can just delete that and then put the other one in. The other one is a little shorter. So like 44 to 109 would be 16, would be 25 seconds, which would be 8 and 8 and 8, which would not quite be long enough. So then we can actually speed up the animation just a smidge. Okay, and then this will be the one that recorded on 3. No, this is not the one we recorded. What on earth? Oh no. Well, this is great, except I have used this one in a video before, so that's not going to work. So we will pause and we will come back, okay? I'll be back in a bit. Anyway, this was the one that we actually recorded, which was 125, which means we need to slow down the video just a little more. Maybe there. This is good. We could have a big long fade out too. I'm okay with that as long as you guys watch to the end of the animation. Like, I think that's the only thing that really matters. I know YouTube gives a crap about the rest of it, but you know, bollocks to YouTube. It's kind of nice. I know it's terrible speakers, but you'll get a better listen when I actually put it together and you listen to it. When in the final format through some reasonable headphones close to you. So that's not bad. It's at 50, which is leaving like 30-ish seconds on that. The other thing we need to do with the video is fade it in and out. I like it to do that. I also like the music to fade in and out. Sometimes I'll leave it less faded in, less faded out, but I think I want that. But I do want to try one more song here, if I can find it, this one, which is even longer. So like it's gonna be atrocious. Maybe we can dump the speed a little bit. I don't think I've ever gone down to like a quarter speed yet. But you know, there's a first for everything, right? That piece went off really quick. I spent a lot of time the last couple of days playing some jazzier chords and some syncopated stuff. I kind of like this. I really like the feel that the music gives it. Unfortunately, the soundtrack's a little long, but you know what? We can make that work. I can really make that work. I can maybe take one more of the photos and add some stuff. Or I can just have the last photo just keep zooming in and you can listen to the track with the credits. I think that works as well. I really like that. I think it's better than the Dream Pop. The Dream Pop ended up being a little pensive and not bright enough, I think, for this set, which is just very nice. So I think we've got a winner there. What I like to do is I like to compare it to recent videos I did so that I get a good sense of how loud it should be. So I'm going to compare it to Steve. Oh yay, commercials! You can feel free to skip over the commercial if you want, or you can watch. Or I can talk over it and just totally waste their time. I like that concept. Alright. No thanks. Okay, so that's how loud that is. Okay, let's go back to the project and we'll just go. It's not totally out of line. It seems like it's a little loud in comparison, so I will bump it down just a little. Okay. All right. So I think that's good. Then we need to decide on photos. So what I do is I drag a photo in, and I usually make these about. I need to zoom in a little bit so I can make it a little bit longer. I usually do them about 8 seconds, but because I've got such a long period of time here, I think I'm going to go for 10. And then I'm going to go for the overview photo right to the end. Okay. And we'll fade these in and out again, because I always do that. And then we will, I think, okay, let's go here. And we can add some effects. The only effects I ever sometimes do is I will zoom on the thing, on the image, and I think I will zoom in towards Paisley maybe? Or maybe we'll zoom in this way. I don't know, maybe that's a good idea. And I'll reverse it, okay? So we'll go back to here, we'll see how these mesh up. Okay, so she's sitting nicely there, and then this is coming to fade out. So this is going, I think it's going the wrong way. I want it to go the other way. Okay, it's not bad. I could scooch it just, yeah, just a little. Okay. So, and then we will pull this back to the end of the video. Okay, then I don't want to reverse this. I always forget which way is which, whether it's in or out. I guess slow zoom is zoom, so it would be in. That's a good way to remember. How many times have I done this and I don't know that? Okay, so that's okay. And then this one we will definitely zoom in. Okay, so this will be another slow zoom. And I think we'll just zoom it towards the front. So we'll just see how that's going. Yeah, so this is going to zoom like way in, which I think is good, but I think we need to decide where we want it to zoom into. So we'll just see where it ends up. So if I fast forward a little, right, so then that's kind of there. Okay, so that's where it has ended up. So I'm going to take this photo, I'm going to zoom it like this, and then I'm going to find where I actually want it. And I think I want it on there. And then we're going to go back and see if that works okay. Because sometimes when I do this, I get black along the edges because I haven't zoomed the photo correctly. Right. So then it's just going to go like this, and it's just going to zoom in on the sunflower because I like it a lot. Okay, so that's all good. The next thing we have to do is we have to add some titles. So when I first started doing my channel, I kind of did it like there was an intro of here's the set name and here is the other. Oh, we also forgot one thing. We got to move all this stuff over, which is okay. That's okay. So we'll go to my media. I need the box picture at the front. Okay. Make it just a little bit longer, just like 6 seconds, I think. And you'll notice that the box picture, like, anyone understand why cameras do that? Why cameras can't figure out that? So then we're going to move all this stuff over, which will be good because as we move everything over, we can shrink this time at the end. So that's actually going to serve us really well. Okay, so we need to actually rotate the picture. Oh, yeah, that's helpful, isn't it? All right. All right, and then it's kind of a small picture, so we actually need to make it bigger. Okay, it's too big now. All right, no, I can't. So I don't want to back up my stuff. I don't want to back up my stuff because it backs it up onto OneDrive, and then it just fills up my OneDrive, and then I can't do anything. So I don't. This is all temporary and gone into the ether after it goes up to YouTube. There is no, if I need to recreate it, I have to film it again at that point. Okay, so that is that. We need to fade it in and out. Okay. And we'll go back. All right. All right. This could be, it seemed like it was really sudden. Oh, maybe not. Okay, that's okay. And maybe that's just a little bit long. So we'll pull it yeah, pull it back to 6 seconds. I thought the fade was okay though. Yeah, actually the fade worked really good. I kind of like that. All right. So then we just have to go back here and we just need to go and check how this is working because we moved all this stuff around a bit. So she's sitting nicely there. Did she sit for long enough? All right, building, building, building. A little bit of a flub on the guitar there. This stuff is not practiced to perfection. These are all very short, off-the-cuff compositions. It's all very realistic in that sense. There's no rig demo. Okay, did I like that as I was talking? I wasn't really paying attention. There was my quality build. Okay, I don't particularly like how much space is on the right, so I think I'm going to come back and center it a little better, and we'll just see where that ends up. Yeah, okay. I think that'll be fine. It'll zoom in on the fence. All of you guys will have disappeared way before this all happens. Okay? So, let's put some credits in. So, first thing I do is I usually do my name. Oh wow, that really worked good, eh? Okay. And my secret is Jura. That's my font. Kind of a spacey font. I like. I don't know if it suits the Lego anymore. The other thing I do is I always do an effect on it. I always do vaporwave, so my name is not as prominent. Okay. So, I think these are going to be very difficult to read credits this time. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Does anybody remember what the set name was? Bueller. No. Exactly. This is my problem. Yeah. Okay. I don't really know. I need to shrink this. Oh, I can't anymore. Okay, that's got to line up with that. Okay, that is lined up now. So I don't really need my credits to show up there. They can show up here. Go back to the beginning. And it is Lego 30 here. 30722 Garden Bunny House. Okay. So we'll rename the project to Lego. No, jeez, I'm not selecting things for me. Lego 30722 Garden Bunny House. And it's friends. I always put that in the back. I don't know why, but okay. Control C, and then we'll come here. But when I do it here, I remove the friends from that. I don't think it serves any purpose there. And I think we will do this. I think I'll put a return, and yeah, maybe that's nice. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. Don't forget to change the font. I have occasionally. It's pretty rare, but it does exist. And then we will fade these. And you know what? This is actually really easy for the other part. One last thing we got to add, which is, oops, get this out of the way while I align this. What did we use to play this with? And you know what I did this weekend? I unplugged my pedal board and plugged straight into the amp this weekend. So it is just the tremolo on the amp now instead of anything else, and just some reverb of the amp. Fender Custom Vibro. Yeah, it's a terrible amp name, but that's what it is. But it's a really fun little amp. Yeah, okay, so we need to make this much, much smaller because that stuff doesn't matter, okay? And also Jura, okay? There we go. All right. This is going to fade. We can have everything zoom around. We'll do a slow zoom and we'll do reverse and we'll have it go that way. I am still very big for that, but we will also zoom this. Where'd the zoom go? Slow zoom will come this way, I guess, and we'll reverse that. And then Lego Bunny House will also zoom wherever it is. Oh, I forgot one thing. Right, so reverse it. And so that's where you get into this issue of where do things end up. And that's why you just go like this and you go, do I like that? I also want one more effect on this one. Yeah. I always glitch. I don't know why I decided to do this. I decided to do this for one of them where it made sense, and I've just been doing it ever since. So it ends up looking like this. And this should be okay. And we should be done. And here come the credits. Right. So this one, wherever it went, this one, okay, it'll show up on the screen now. I can take it and move it down here. And then, like, that's where it will end up. Right? So you won't even see it for most of this, but it will just pop up at the bottom there. I think I'm good with that. It could be slightly this way, and then it'll be more readable. And sometimes I like it so that my name, which is still way too big, okay, yeah, I'm not that important. There we go. Okay, and I usually subtitle my thing with my name. Yeah, so then when they do this, they just kind of go into the right spot, and you won't even see my name. Oh man, is that too small for my name? Again, I should look at it. There I come in, over here. That seems pretty reasonable. Okay, all right. Export, and then we're done. And that's it. That is my process. The only other thing I will do is not store it in the cloud. The only other thing I will do is I will make a title screen out of it at some point, which I will just take the zooms off and arrange things on the screen as I want and zoom in on the photo to what I think I like. That's it. That is how we put a video together, from choosing a set to recording the music, doing the animation, and putting it all together. That's it. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.